What's up, comic fans?
Morning.
Hello.
Halfway through.
Ryan is awake.
Barely.
The girls are up. They've had breakfast. They've been reading.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning to all of you. Hopefully having a good morning. I see plenty of the Lost crew in the chat today already.
Nobody sleeps.
Hydra's in. Yeah, I'm sure Hydra's like ready for nap time. He says, I'm still awake, just starting to feel it. Ended up with a mere 3 hours. Oh my God.
Daddy, in the Virgin Vigilante, he says good morning, or rather good afternoon here.
So, guten Abend, guten Tag.
Like I need glasses.
You need glasses.
Read all that from way back here.
Yeah, it's the screen is somewhat far away, but that's where you get your phone out and you just watch on the chat,
Oh, that's a good idea.
right? There's a huge crew in the chat. I'll just run through some people here.
I want to do it.
First in the room, always Life with Two YouTubers.
Life with two YouTubers.
Dancing with
We got Old
Smugness.
Wolf 65.
And we had JP
JP Budgets
saying he was going to
Collective.
rescue Ryan. Rescue Ryan.
No blinking.
Good morning, everyone. DK Comics and Cosplay. We got Scott Evans.
And oh, there she is. Sorry. Where there?
Fuchsia Only.
Yeah.
Big Will. Mr. Miracle.
Big Will also listens to this in the car. That's
He
good.
does indeed.
me too.
Phrygian Vigilante.
Yeah.
Hydra Collectibles. Bird and Block about 99.
Oh, I just missed Chris Barrett.
Noel Kerr.
Yes, that's Kennedy. That's your friend Kennedy.
And Samuel David.
Yes, we do have a
Thomas
new
and
we
I.
do have a new roommate. Stay Puff.
Stay Puft. 1983.
Gore
Gore
Vidal.
Vidal.
Everybody from yesterday.
Ralph Jameson.
And that's my dad. Hope you're doing all right today, Dad. Here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
and one last person who's very, very important.
I just said Pop Pop.
No.
Not him.
Who did we miss?
No.
I said Chris Barrett, right? Okay. I think you're gonna take too long with this. Thank you.
It's you.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm not important at all. I'm right here.
no.
Dude, it's the Kate and Charlie show with Fire Guy Ryan. That's not even mentioned in
I'm
the
not.
title.
Ouch.
Usually I'm not mentioned in this show.
Cover.
So good morning, everyone. We got some comics to talk about. Fire Guy Ryan and I are going to plan out our day. Oop, Captain Comics is in the chat, and Perry.
We already
You
have
want
our day
donuts?
planned out.
You want to get donuts?
Oh, Mom found this new place.
Called JD.
Look at this
Flan.
hand, this like drama hand you're doing here. It's all donuts.
We'll get you a donut.
This is confirmation that John has real friends, says Chris Barrett.
Oh, wait.
That's funny.
Wait.
Perry Comics.
I am.
Kachung, Chris Barrett.
Okay. Kachung is in the
I'm
chat. Yeah.
watching everything.
Yeah, if you missed Perry's late night show, I don't know what you were doing because it was great. It was a lot of fun. Ryan and I jumped on and I did some amazing unboxings,
That's pretty fun.
including all of these great DC logo variant Green Lantern keys that are a lot of. It's obviously pretty much my entire collection of DC logo variants now is this front. So that's what those are. And then that slab in the corner there above Ryan was a gift from Comics for Blame, and I unboxed that as well. So you can check all that out if you watched his show last night or check the replay. Rena's at work. Oh, okay. So she still says hello. Girls, who wants to go first? Does anybody have a book they want to share? Go for it, Katie. Ooh. What's that one called? Say it.
The Siren by Kira Cass.
Mhm.
And I was in the library trying to find something to read, and I've already read the series before that is all about this thing called The Selection. I might have shared, but it's all about this girl. It says 35 girls, one crown, the competition of a lifetime. So they're all getting
To become
meet the
queen
prince.
or princess of a
Mhm.
a country.
The first and third ones are good. The second one just is kind of in the middle, but it's all about everything that happens before, but I want
Oh,
to
it's
know
like
what
a
happens
prequel.
before. No, wait, what is it? Basically, the middle one is kind of boring because it tells all the stuff that happens in the castle. Don't
Okay.
really care
To the
about.
other characters, you mean?
Yeah, basically.
Not the main character so much.
Her name's America. America Star. Don't ask questions about
Sounds
her
like
name.
what is it? The fourth George R. Martin. It's like they take the best characters and put them all in Dance with Dragons, and then they give you the one where it's like all these new characters you don't care about as
Man,
much, and you're
Thanks
like,
for grows on. You just got to read it like 4 times.
where's my Tyrion? You know,
What is
you can't be cutting out my man.
Colin?
It looks like Colin is the name of the main character.
Basically, there's a girl named Colin, and she's on a ship, and she's with her parents, and they hear sirens singing to them, and they start jumping overboard because that's what they do.
No,
Yeah,
can't do that.
exactly.
Ugh.
So she's trying to resist it, and she's like, "I'll do anything," and then the ocean talks to her and says,
Okay.
"Do anything," and then she's like, "Yes," and then they take her underwater, and they make her a siren for 100 years.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Frozen. Hearing things.
But
Frozen 2.
So this is the fourth one?
no, this is another series.
Oh, okay. Is it connected? Similar. Okay, so it's
It's just the same author.
same author. Okay. And how do you feel about Siren?
I like it. But whenever they're on land, they look like normal human beings. So like they go on land a lot.
It's a mermaid thing, yeah?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they sing every 6 months to like bring a ship down because the ocean needs to eat something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
But cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And the ocean is like she really likes Colin.
People are saying that Fire Guy looks like me. I have a new hairy son. I don't think I'm that old.
No, right? The math doesn't add up. I think.
No.
We're too close.
Is somebody saying I'm Milhouse from
The Simpsons?
The Simpsons? And was that make Ryan Bart?
No, right?
So
I
how
don't
does this
understand.
work? I don't know the Milhouse reference here. I don't know what Star Wars to watch.
So,
Hashtag first world problems. If you're just gonna watch one, Empire is my jam, but that's just me. Although Rogue One is a whole lot of fun.
I haven't seen that. Oh yeah,
You've
I
seen
never
all-
played.
I haven't seen Solo.
Yeah, no, you saw most
No, I
of
didn't
it.
finish it.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
But anyways, so she goes on land and she goes in the library a lot, kind of like me. And she likes to read, and she likes learning about like keeping track of things that happen. And while she's in there, a boy starts talking to her, and his name is Akinli, I think. And when they're on land, they can't talk. Otherwise, like whenever they talk, like anyone near them will jump into the ocean.
Oh, jeez. So they just have to be
Be
quiet.
quiet, and they pretend they know ASL.
Oh,
American
sign language. Nice.
So they use sign language in it and stuff.
That's cool.
And so he kind of understands her, but then he like falls in love with her, he kisses her, and then she's like, wow. She says, wow, and then he jumps in the ocean.
Nice.
And then she dives in. It's not nice. He's going to die.
No, but she's gonna save it.
Yeah, she goes in and she
Yeah.
begs the ocean. And she's already been a siren for 80 years. So she has 20 years left. And so she saves her. But then the ocean says that she has 50 more years on her sentence
Oh,
because of that.
brutal.
And then they both start dying because they need each other. Does that make sense?
I got issues in the chat.
Just reading comics.
Just as a reminder, Comic G Spot Galvin has a great show rocking every Saturday night. Good to see him in the chat. Discovery Bay. Sorry, I'm here right here. Discovery Bay has a great show going in a little bit today. He's going to go to a huge auction all day. I wanted to also mention that Kennedy keeps telling you she likes your book idea. She thinks reading's awesome. She's sitting watching. She was excited. She remembered this morning. Yes, Fire Guy Ryan is here. That was my big tease and reveal.
Nobody guessed.
Nobody guessed it, even though every one of the little things I put on Instagram that were like, can you guess, had fire at the bottom and Guy Fieri hiding in the background. That was my subtle way of saying Fire Guy over and over again without people knowing what's going on.
Guy Fieri, like the guy who does the with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That was my way.
That's funny.
John kidnapped him. We are working on plan to save him, says JP. Help!
That's
hilarious.
That's not right.
Charlie, you want to go next? Since it seems like Kennedy's watching, do you want to show Kennedy a book?
Done.
You got too long. We got to keep moving. It's already been,
Okay.
10 minutes? Oh, and J Hood Creative is in the chat. He just did a live stream a little bit ago, so there's another good one you can check out.
What's this? You tell me to say some stuff and then you talk?
That's how it works in most of the time in our family.
Well, anyway, I took the cover off what it says. It's called I Funny, and Kate got it for me. And
Where's the cover? I'll hold the cover piece up. There it is.
And it's
I
about-
Funny
it's
by
a middle
James
school
Patterson.
story, and it's about this guy named Jamie Grimm who wants to become a comedian, and he's really good at it. But his favorite joke is, "What a crowd!" and you're all standing up. Good thing I brought my own chair, and because he has a wheelchair, because he can't walk,
Ha
so he just says that every time.
So he's a sit-down comedian.
Yeah.
Oh
And-
my,
That
that's
kind of
really
good.
Yeah, and he has a hard time because his mom and dad died,
Ooh.
and so he has to live with his aunt, and he calls them the Smileys because they never ever smile. And he calls whenever he gets home, he calls the house Smileyville. And
Sorry.
his adoptive brother, big brother, is actually the bully of the school.
Oh,
geez. Yeah.
Does he bully him?
Yeah, he
Oh,
bullies
geez.
him. And actually, I'm at the part where his big brother, so everyone else is in bed, but the mom and dad are out having dinner, and his big brother is the only one still up. And when Jamie comes home, he's trying to open the garage door because he lives in the garage because they don't have another room. And apparently his big brother locked the garage door, so you can't do it with the
You're getting into
remote.
all the nitty-gritty here.
I know.
I thought it was just a funny story.
Sounds awful. Like
It
he's
sounds
kidnapping
very,
this kid,
very intense.
torturing him and locking him in the garage and bullying him all the time.
Yeah, is this the fire guy Ryan staying at our house story?
That's sad. That's right.
not the
Took me a minute. It's like, what?
Did you see that Sharon was saying that Cade is now reading James Patterson books and totally digging them because of your reviews?
Isn't that a grown-up author?
James Patterson, yeah, and
Is
he
it
but
the
he,
same
but he
guy?
writes stuff for like mid-grade novels, like
Same dude?
yeah,
Yeah.
same guy,
Different?
same
Oh,
guy. But so does like Dean Koontz writes stuff
Seriously?
for kids, and he writes stuff for like adults.
Jeez.
So Dean Koontz is another author that does the same kind of cool thing. And I want to say John Grisham even has a kid's book,
I used to be Dean Koontz all the time. When I was, well, not little.
the horror
Scary
stuff.
ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. So Charlie, is this one of the better Patterson ones, or is it still in the middle, or is it still too early to tell?
What?
Is this one of James Patterson's better kids books, or is it too early to tell yet?
Too early?
Okay. If you're wondering about Charlie's fingers, she took a basketball to the tips of her fingers, so jammed it a little bit. So she's taped up, so she's ready to keep playing.
Doing sign language.
She could go
He's
like
about
this
to
if
go
you were-
full Jack Nicholson on John's Shelley Duvall. Oh man,
Me?
Fire guy's now the Shining, the villain in the Shining.
No. If anything, I'm the guy who gets
now
that.
I can't do the hello for Spock.
You're the poor black guy that shows up for like 1 second and
That's
then just
right.
gets it and
Dad,
he's
I
gone.
can't do
That's
it.
The build up. He's gonna help. No,
Look at the difference.
Nope.
I can't
you can't do.
the
Yeah, you
hello.
can't do the live long and prosper anymore.
You can do
Do one.
West Side.
Yeah, you can do West Side. There you go. Do you want to go next, Brian? Or you want me to go?
I have 2 books, right? Is that right?
Everybody's got
Everyone's
two. We're doing 2 today.
Okay, that's how this is done. I'll do the other one because I finished that one.
Okay.
I read Kanto last night because Charlie told me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls Ryan said the girls should pick out a book for me to read, so they each picked out a book.
I never read Kanto. Kanto was cool.
Poor Charlie. Hope you get better, Charlie.
No, we're not gonna have time to type.
Can you
Charlie. It
write
takes too
Kennedy?
long.
Can you write Kennedy?
No, you can just tell her something. Say it. Hi, Kennedy. There you go.
Hi, Kennedy.
Sorry.
Oh.
Ryan was saying he hadn't
Explaining
read
the first
Kanto.
issue of Kanto, which is about this. They're not even people, right? They're little things. Are they robots?
They're like machines.
Yeah, they're like machine people. Their heart is removed.
And they have clocks now instead of hearts, which I guess is kind of the same thing because it's just a little thing that ticks until you die. And it's dark. But so he has to go like rescue this princess that got kidnapped and locked away in a tall tower. And really, the first issue is all set up.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on the way out the door to go rescue her by the end of the first one. And it's very sad because he was just very much like, she's going to die. So here, just give her my clock instead and take my clock out of my chest, give it right to her. And then they're like, no, you can't do that. So he's got to go out on a perilous quest.
Yeah, what I dug about Kanto is it feels almost like a Dark Crystal Jim Henson universe in comic form. Like it just feels creepy and kind of weird and different. And as the universe keeps growing, it just keeps going in those directions. That Dark Crystal, it just feels like the darker Jim Henson stuff, not the Muppet stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen any of that.
So Rapunzel.
So yeah, I think Kanto is really, really different. And I kind of dig the idea of the universe. But yeah, the issue 1 is definitely set up. What is this universe like? What are the rules?
I was expecting like the classic Alec like final page villain reveal.
No, it's not at all.
Nothing.
It's more like the hero's journey, right?
Very much so.
And
is it done? Is it 6 issues and
six,
done?
Yeah, 6 and 6. They finished the story at 6, but and the trade comes in March. And then but I want to say the second storyline is going to potentially start up this summer. So they're gonna do another storyline. I don't know what characters are going to be in it and what it'll be like, but it seems like there's some folks in the chat that really enjoyed it. Looks like Rod's in the chat too, and I saw Big Lion Cat. I did want to say another show that's going on right now. I Got Issues, Sasquatch, those Symbiote Club guys do a morning show as well, and I watched I catch their replays because obviously we're on kind of at the same time, but those guys are great. And if you catch that Symbiote Club show, those guys are Necro God Comics. I want to say Sasquatch is hosting it today. So if you follow Sasquatch, his name is John also, but his channel is really great too.
His name is Sasquatch. His name isn't John. That doesn't fit. That's not.
It's true.
Right? There's
too many Johns. What do you get? All right, I get to share one.
Your turn.
All right, I'll do this. The thumbnail I picked for this was from Far Sector issue 3. This is that new female Green Lantern that this is. They started just up a few months back. Jo is the name she kind of goes by, although her name is very complicated. Sojourner, but like her last name, I want to say is really
starts with an M. That's all I remember.
Because they call her Agent or Lantern Mullen or whatever Mullen. So in this one, Jo is dealing with the sort of civilization falling apart. The city that she's protecting, or the planet she's protecting, has warring factions, and she's kind of the law stuck in the middle. They definitely reference like old westerns and the idea of being like the one sheriff in the town trying to keep things from going off the rails. And she definitely has elements of that. I think Jo's pretty cool. I really dig the character design, those like crazy spectacle things that she's got going. I dig the look.
I dig the art all around in that book.
I just feel like the story is like almost great. It's just really good. It could be amazing. It's just one step away from that. And so I'm hopeful that as they keep finding their footing, this one felt like one of the better ones to me. So I think it's going in the right direction. I think it can be funny, it can be exciting, and it's totally different than anything else I'm reading.
Any other Green Lantern books.
Yeah, different from any Green Lantern, different from any DC or Marvel stuff. I think it's really fun. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it's definitely worth checking out. Also, what's a faction? A faction is like a group, right? So you have like in the Civil War, you'd have the Union and the rebels, right? So you'd have like the South and the North. Those are the two warring factions. And on this planet, there are different alien races that have disagreements with one another. So you get those factions going against each other. Did Comic Tom get replaced? Firstly, big step down. If that was the decision, don't give any bad ideas here.
Right, I moved to California. This is it now.
Right.
I love you guys, but I would not move down here. It's way too hot.
It's too hot. Too hot. He's not having it. He's not having it.
Sun and everything.
So that's Far Sector, Joe, and I think she's cool, and you should check it out if you haven't done it. Yeah, I know that Kirk, Comics on the Mind, he and I are Far Sector fans, and I know Ryan's reading Far Sector.
Daddy?
I am.
That issue just dropped this week. What's up, Gators?
We're sharing 2 books, right?
2. Do you have one more that you want to pick?
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Sweeties, Cherry Sky. Like these books, I didn't know, but like they're kind of divided in half. There's like one story for one girl and another story for the other girl. That's why it's Cherry and Sky.
Where did we get these? I can't remember.
Amazon
Oh, we bought these, or you got them for gifts?
gifts.
Gotcha. Okay.
Off Amazon now.
From Christmas
Yeah,
and such?
but
birthdays?
I was reading. Remember we got that girl? That book?
Yeah, Chloe the New Girl.
Yeah,
we
and then
shared that one once.
This little scene was like in the back of it, and that's why I wanted to get it because it was interesting.
Okay.
But
They seem a little manga anime kind of style.
hmm But basically, Cherry, she's really nice. But so the only thing she has left from her mom is like this kimono,
Okay.
and the girl, her dad is getting married to this other lady who already has 4 daughters, and the oldest daughter, who's the closest in age to Cherry, she's sharing a room with her,
Okay.
and her name's Honey,
Cherry and Honey.
and Sky, Summer, and Coco.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
These ladies don't
It's like
stand
the
a
Spice
chance.
Girls.
Yeah.
And then also their
I think their
mom,
career path is already laid out.
Pop group.
Cherry's dad, his name's Patty. I don't know why. I don't know his name.
Like Paddy? Okay.
But he
So
runs a
he's
chocolate.
like Irish?
A chocolate, but he's Scottish.
There you go.
But she looks Japanese because her mom was Japanese.
Mhm.
The only thing that she has left is her a kimono from her mom, which is scented with her mom's perfume. And if anyone else wears it, like of course it's gonna smell different than her mom. So then the mom accidentally washes it,
Oh
and
no,
the
and
perfume's
ruins it?
all gone.
Oh no.
And so all she has left is that kimono and a broken umbrella because Honey threw all her stuff out the window.
Jeez.
She's really mean.
Is Honey the mean girl?
Yeah,
Is
basically.
she the blonde?
Yeah.
Isn't that always the way? It seems like lately the mean girl's always the blonde one.
But they're all blondes.
Life lessons.
Look.
Just saying.
Oh, I have blonde hair.
No, it's okay. You're the exception.
Okay. So there's the mom, and she has 4 daughters, and they're all blondes, blue eyes.
Okay.
3 of them are nice.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Then it's not a blonde thing. It's just a one.
It's just
Rude,
that
nasty
one girl. And Cherry told everyone she has so many friends at home, but she lied just to like be accepted, and then Honey slaps her. Because basically Honey's dad, she already has a dad, but like they divorced, and of course she still takes it pretty hard. But she still doesn't accept Patty and Cherry as her family, and she's really mean to them. She insults them a lot. That's basically the story.
Perry is saying that there is a Snowpiercer TV series coming.
Heard of that.
Letting you know.
I have to watch that. I gotta read
So-
that too.
How did you think about Sweeties? Is it good?
It was interesting.
Interesting? Didn't love it? Kind of liked it?
I like the second one more.
Okay.
A lot of bullying happening. Seems like
Yeah.
people moving in with bullies in these. That's the theme today.
Yep. Things you can relate,
Sadly.
that kids can relate to. All right, Charlie, what's your last book, Bubba?
Hey, look at those. There's a bunch of comedians.
Yes, I see
That
it.
is a cool
Bunch-
page.
Oh, of course. I have to.
Just don't turn the page, right?
Mhm.
Oh, Charlie has been reading this James Patterson one. This is one of her favorites, I think, right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Treasure Hunter is James Patterson's.
And it's very thick.
He illustrated. Oh, he's not illustrating. Okay, good.
Can
I
you
was like,
show
that's weird.
him
Chris
how
grabs
thick it is, Daddy?
Yes, this is a rather large. What is the word we use, Esther? Tome.
And I'm like right here. I'm very
Somewhere in the
right
middle.
there. I'm not even in the middle. I'm like right at the
But you're
end.
really enjoying this one. You've been talking about it a
It's
ton.
really good.
Pirates. Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's not really any pirates. It's about his family of
Did we look too
6.
serious, Robert? Robert's like, yes, look serious.
it's a
Take that.
family of 6, and their mom disappeared on one of their adventures,
Uh-huh.
and then they had a really bad storm, and they have a ship called the Lost, and they're with their dad.
It's called the what?
The Lost, and their dad.
Tell me more.
They think that they think that their dad went overboard during the ship or during the storm, because when the storm ended, they went up deck, and he wasn't there.
Okay.
He was not on the ship. So they think he went overboard and just disappeared. And they thought it was really weird because their mom had disappeared 3 months ago.
Oh man. TJ says he wants someone to say your catchphrase about Bear Island.
Take that, Bear Island.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh.
Want me to say it?
Go for it.
Take that, Bear Island.
There you go. Just for you, TJ. And Samuel David is saying that he really liked Treasure Hunters too. So, how you like pirate stuff, anyways, right?
Dylan's coming.
Oh, is Dylan in the chat? Hey, Dylan. Did my man Ryan spend the? He's spending the weekend. He's the weekend down here. Expect more. This is the third live stream already since being here.
That's a lot.
We did one on my channel last night. Then we were on Perry's late night. We missed you, Dylan. Usually you're on that late night show. And then now we're doing this one this morning. There will be more.
Can I keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
What
Sweetie.
is Perry
So,
saying?
these kids, their dad, they all used to find shipwrecks. They used to find shipwrecks and go down and find treasures and artifacts.
Okay.
And they have this one room that the kids it's off limits it's only for the adults. And they call it the room because they don't know what's in it. And it has a solid steel door. And when they open it, it's all his artifacts and all these things that are about their dad's history and stuff. And we find out that Storm, which is the second oldest, she's kind of fat, but she's also the smartest. She memorized a dictionary by reading it. And she memorizes everything. And she somehow knew where the key was to the solid steel door. And then we find out that the reason she knew it was because their dad wanted Storm to hide the key so that she would remember where it was. And then apparently, since they're two twins, Bick and Beck, and they both argue. They have a twin tirade or something. I don't know what it's called.
Tirade? Yeah, like an argument, a drama.
And it usually ends,
tantrum?
it's usually like 20 seconds and then it's over.
Okay.
Yeah, and their older sister and brother, Tommy and Storm, they apparently had a lot of things with mom and dad that they all
You're starting to lose me. There's like way too many characters going on in the story now. I'm kind of lost.
There's a lot of characters in this.
I know, but you got to stick to the main story, or we're gonna be confused.
And right now they're just trying to find a way to survive.
Okay.
Without an adult, not much food. There's no food, and the wheel kind of works. They're just trying to follow a current to an island that they hope has like a shelter or something that can help them.
I hope your job interview went well, Dylan. That's why he missed the show last night. He's usually on with Perry late night, so hope it went well. Is that the one you're going to try to finish this week, Charlie?
Yes, I'm gonna try to finish 2.
2? Oh my goodness, you are pushing the limits. All right.
But
Right.
I would recommend this to Cade.
To Cade, the Treasure
Both of these
Hunters.
are
Oh,
really
both of
funny.
them.
But there's a second book for this one. It's called I Even Funnier, and you could read that one first. I did, and it doesn't really. And
Dork Diaries.
Like you're still. I would recommend this one before you read I Even Funnier.
Okay.
Hi, Katie Kaboom.
Katie Kaboom is in the chat. Thank you for coming by.
Okay,
Didn't
bye-bye.
John turn the wheel? Didn't John Locke turn the wheel? Hey, John Locke did turn the wheel once.
Perry needs to watch.
Perry needs to finish the show.
That watch it like 3 more times.
That'd
before
be
he's allowed to
that'd
talk
be
about
great.
it.
He's about to find out if he got the job.
Oh, good. That's exciting. Good luck for you, sir. Ryan was also tasked with reading Miraculous, which I'll be honest is a challenge.
It's fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Take you back to the middle school years.
the half of the comic that I read. It's a big comic, by the way. This is a thick book. How do you even begin to explain this? This is also issue 5. I was
Right.
given issue 5, so I got like a lost.
There's like
exposition.
no issue 1, sadly.
There is no issue 1.
Well, we don't have
We
issue
have
one.
issue 1.
But we have a bunch of the trades.
We have you want to see the stack I made this morning?
There's a stack.
Oh, there's a stack.
Oh man,
There is
I
a
could have got
stack.
the story from the beginning.
Well,
Because it's this girl who's got like a ladybug in her purse who changes her into a superhero,
right?
and
the guy who's got like the little
her like crush is a that is a stack.
miraculi.
Miraculous.
My
Okay.
daughter Audrey is
makes
happy
a lot
that
more
Charlie
sense.
is enjoying the books, says Old Wolf. Charlie, Old Wolf is happy that you're enjoying the James Patterson books so much. Yeah, so there's plenty to get there. I got a bunch of those in Baltimore when I met one of the writers. Was at
Oh, that's
Baltimore, and yeah, really nice guy. So,
Only
what were your first reactions to reading Miraculous? You've
the art
obviously
style is super cool. It's
heard
like
the girls talk about it a ton.
yes, I have. So I recognized a lot of the names and had a little bit of understanding to start with. So it helped jumping into issue 5 with that. But it's about this. There's this evil guy whose name I can't remember, who changes people into bad guys.
Mhm.
So he finds this guy in Paris who gets in trouble by the police because he was feeding the pigeons. And
Yeah.
the cops are like, "You can't do that, man. You got to get out of here. You're just gonna make the pigeons hang out and poop all over everything." So the guy gets all upset and sad, and then he gets like
The fancy word is
transformed?
he gets
Akumatized.
Thank you. There's a word for
akumatized.
it. Oh man. So he gets akumatized into a giant like birdman pigeon guy who controls all of the pigeons in the city and is using them to fight. And that's kind of
Yes.
where I am. I'm right in the middle of it. I left
Yeah.
off right in the middle. I don't know how it ends.
Cliffhanger moment.
Exactly.
Ooh, Kennedy knows too. Yeah, the villain is Hawkmoth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Moth.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
she likes
is an
those.
interesting combination of
The other guy's dad, is that the same guy?
yeah, Adrian's
There's a whole
dad.
bunch of like
Cat Noir's dad. Yeah.
love drama. wrapped
Spoiler
up all in it.
alert. Not that we haven't revealed that a few times on
All
our
the entire.
channel. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of middle school boy girl drama stuff. Takes me back to that age.
Yes, when you're never ever allowed to tell that you have a crush on somebody.
No, it's all a secret. Keep it a secret. Keep it safe.
Exactly.
Reminds me of pigeon pets from Ninja Turtles, says Sharon.
Pigeons aren't all that bad. I would feed pigeons, even if I got in trouble.
This is true. Well,
Rebel.
then you'd feed them to your cats.
We saw this meme. Dad showed us this meme where this girl was like her mom put her hand out
With the
like
Bird
seeds on it, and the bird came, a dove, and it like took a seed, and then the girl grabbed its head, this tiny little toddler, and took the seed out of its mouth and put it in her mouth.
she didn't want the bird
The bird
to
could
take her
eat it.
snack.
I thought that was gonna go a different direction.
No.
Okay.
It was more like, hey, get your hands off my snacks.
My
Yeah.
food.
Don't be taking my snacks.
The Skippy Peps.
Yeah, don't be giving it to Scooty Bags. All right, well, I guess I'll do the last book. I have been enjoying Marauders all the way along, and this one was quite a dramatic end. Last issue had like 2 villains show up and try to like damage the pirate ships that the Marauders team has been using. But this week they make quick work of those guys. However, it seems like one of them, and I don't know, for those of you big X-Men Krakoa fans, it seems like this guy planted a spy inside of one of our mutants so that they could spy on Krakoa. And here's how they did it. They were using the Hank Pym particles and the Yellow Jacket technology, and they injected, like that movie Inner Space, they injected a pod into the bloodstream of one of our heroes, one of the mutants. So there's like a miniaturized person in a pod traveling inside,
Oh, I
Of
don't need
one of
that
our mutant
information
heroes.
right now.
and they're listening through the person's ears and looking through the person's eyes to like use them as like a
Magic
Trojan
school bus?
horse, basically.
Who is it?
What?
Like a magic school bus?
Yes, very Magic School Bus like.
All right.
Who is the person getting controlled?
So this one seems like they are going to try to get a spy into Krakoa, and I'm curious how that'll work. However, it also seemed to end with the potential death of a character. I don't want to give away the ending too much, but I thought the ending is very interesting. It points out the idea that maybe the reason why there's a huge team helping Kitty Pryde is because they're worried they can't resurrect Kitty Pryde. So mutants can resurrect, right? That's the whole thing. But Kitty Pryde can't get to Krakoa.
I'm reading it. It's fun.
Go for it.
It's lots of drama in here.
So Kitty Pryde can't get to Krakoa. The island won't let her go through the gates. The worry is that the island wouldn't let her resurrect either. That
She can't go through. I haven't read any
Oh,
Marauders.
Marauders issue 1, the first few seconds is Kitty Pryde,
Who can't go in?
who has the mutant power to go through walls and anything, runs up to the gate and breaks her nose because she smashes right, and the gate won't let her through.
I gotta read Marauders.
And then I loved the idea that she couldn't get in. And then she becomes the champion of the misfit toys. She's going around and collecting mutants who can't get through the gates.
Okay.
And then she becomes the transport for mutants from other countries that are being sequestered, and also to get supplies in and out of the community, right? So when she crashes into the gate, she now has a lot of hate for Krakoa in general, just feeling like she's an outsider. She's not allowed. The concern now, though, here we are, issue 6, is that maybe she's immune to the whole procedure, meaning if she dies, she's one of those mutants that might not be able to be resurrected. Because so far we've seen Xavier get resurrected. Recently, Apocalypse gets resurrected. It's possible that they can't do that for Kitty. So she might be a one and done if she dies.
So that story has tension.
There's a lot. Yeah, it revealed a new layer that I thought was interesting. What?
Katie Kaboom, what's your daughter's name?
What's her? Did she ask? Did she say something?
She's feeding her daughter.
Oh, feeding her daughter at breakfast time. I'm still waiting for my pickups. Yeah, so for me, I've enjoyed Marauders all the way along. It felt like the one X title that was doing something different. A lot of them have crossover. Marauders felt like it was its own thing. It was like outsiders within the community, the people that couldn't get into the island. And it had some of my favorite X-Men. It has Storm. It's got Kitty. It's got Bishop. So I was enjoying the sort of pirate aspect of this comic, and it just keeps going here. Really, really cool stuff.
Looks like I picked the wrong X book.
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed Excalibur. It's a little fantastical, and I've had moments when I loved it more or less. But I will say, issue 5 of Excalibur, when Rogue kills Apocalypse, that was a month ago. She takes her gloves off. She grabs onto Apocalypse, completely absorbs him until he vanishes. She just completely absorbs him, which is why this new issue of Excalibur starts with with them resurrecting Apocalypse, because she killed him. And then she turns all blue. She has the stripes and the look of Apocalypse. I thought that was cool, and that made me want to read a lot more of Excalibur. And I'm reading X-Men as well, which has been hit or miss. Some great, some there.
I don't even remember it. I've read 3 issues. I don't remember. It's just a bunch of summer stuff.
The boardroom one that was very Godfather-like is still the best one, where Cyclops and that other guy with the samurai sword are killing all those guys. That was cool. There's
just too much going on in the X books.
There's a lot.
I'm never drawn to them.
But I skipped New Mutants and X-Force and Fallen Angels. I skipped all of those. It's just too much. I agree. It's a lot to manage. Hello, Downright Nerdy Podcast, Charlie. So Ryan and I are going to figure out our day. We're going to be on other shows tonight. I think it's 7:30. We're going to be doing the top 5 80s science fiction movies. So we're going to have our sequel to the 80s action movies. Hialeah is going to be back. Fire Guy and I will be dropping some sci-fi knowledge, so you can catch us then. But we will be on a bunch of other streams hanging out. We'll be on Instagram posting stuff. So, stay tuned for all that goodness. You girls ready for chilling now? You guys look like you're ready for going back to bed. Not that I'm far off. So,
Can I end it? Charlie started it. I end it.
sure. So, thank you, everybody. Have a great day.